Hey, community, here's what's brewing today.
Xscape and SWV drama.
Chloe Bailey in pieces.
And to ask your aunties 4 times a night. So get your cups ready for Minority Report.
Hey, welcome to Minority Report. It's Auntie Carell.
It's Auntie Dwan.
And it's Auntie Jarrell. Hey, y'all.
Hey. How you ladies doing tonight?
It's a day. I'm here. Like we say, like black folks say, I'm here.
I'm here. Blessed and highly favored for the time being. Dwan, you're looking cute with your little scarf there, boo.
Thanks. I haven't like shaved it in a while, so she come in and like picking cotton off my chin.
Not picking cotton off.
I'm done. It was so funny. Dwan came in. He was like, "Oh, I feel spicy tonight." I'm like, "Girl, you've been spicy all 2023." So, comedian, who knows what she gonna say today?
Them clips have been taking me
out.
Just it's the complete like 180 for me though, because like I just watched the one about the Oscars,
girl,
and I started out by saying, yeah, because from what I remember, because I watched it. I actually watched it live. So,
yeah.
I got to see people say, I didn't watch the red carpet, but I watched it live. And I was just like, wow, everybody looks great. But then the pictures you showed, I was like,
maybe they didn't.
I missed them.
It was so funny because I was sitting there editing. And I was like, oh, yeah, I agree. And then we were just dragging people. I was like, damn.
Look, and I love that you included the photos, too. Yeah.
We?
Right.
No,
French.
I'll take all the blame.
I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be a team player there.
No, that's okay. I can take my lumps.
It was so funny that I was like, hey, it is what it is. So I was like, okay, Auntie Shower is now Miss Bonita.
Apparently.
That took me out. And then, Carell, I do love that you added some of the photos.
Oh,
and like,
because you wasn't lying.
When you added the photo of Charlize Theron in that wig, I said,
honey,
no. Like he wasn't
did
lying.
I tell you?
He said he wasn't telling a lie.
I may not remember names. I may not remember dates.
But he remember bad hairstyles.
I'm going to remember that.
I'm going to remember that
hair. Because that, honestly, it literally reminded me of that. And it wasn't until that moment that I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. It does remind me of that chick. Now, what was that role that she played? And you was like, yeah, Charlize Theron and Monsters Ball.
Monster.
That's exactly it. That's what she looked like.
So, community, who knows what she's going to say. And, Dwan, are you on your regular mic or are you on your AirPods? Just check that real quick, I guess, while we go forward.
I should be on my regular mic.
Yeah, she sounds fine to me.
Okay.
But let me just double check. Oh, I can't check it while I'm recording.
Okay.
Yeah, you sound fine to me.
Okay. Are you hearing something?
It sounds just a little more echoey than you normally do. More reverby, I should say.
Maybe because I'm further away.
I don't know.
Maybe because I'm further away from the mic.
Okay, well, we'll figure it out. It is what it is. So I was telling them too. I was like, I'm not feeling the greatest. Corey was sick all week, and I think I done caught his cold. So I'm like,
that's what you get for eating that booty hole.
You know what? That didn't happen.
You might not have got it from the front end, but you sure as hell got it from the back end.
No, that didn't happen this week. So
not on the back nine.
The back 9. I'm done. The sand trap and everything.
4.
Right. Seriously. So, I felt it coming on at work today. I'm like, damn it. I ain't got the time to be sick, but that's all right. So, well, community, hopefully you're safe and sound out there. And by the way, if you haven't already, and if you're new to the podcast, like I obviously I do numbers all day at work, and I look at the numbers on here, and we continue to climb. And it looks like we got some new members here. So, community members, hey, if you're new to the podcast recently, welcome.
Yes.
Continue to subscribe to your family, your friends, you can everything. and continue to help us grow, and hopefully you guys are continuing to like the content. So,
Yeah.
So Dewan, did you watch Xscape and SWV? Because it's getting crazy. Like, it's starting to drag other people into it now. The craziness.
I'm mad at you for making me watch this shit.
But did you
I'm
keep
so
watching it, or were
mad.
you like, "Ooh, I got to watch the next one," or were you like, "No,
No,
I'm
I mean,
done with it"?
I gave it, I watched. So I stuck with it and I watched it.
Did you watch or did
And
you do the?
Right? Did you do the
no,
fast forward?
no, I
Okay.
didn't. No, I didn't fast forward. I wanted to take it all in. She gave me an assignment, and I wanted to, deliver against the assignment.
A
I'm an A
plus.
plus student,
Okay,
Hey,
so
look,
that is
yep.
good. She's the A+ student, right?
Right. Um, I'm okay. Let me just say that I don't like when you airing your family laundry, the
Oof.
family dirty laundry. However the hell you say that. I don't
Yeah,
like when people air their dirty secrets out like that. Like
yeah.
that whole like stealing money and cashing people's checks and whatnot. I don't know. That's just
A
that
lot.
it just rubs me. And I'm not saying that they don't have because I can't remember what her name is.
Tamika and
Who
Latasha.
is okay? Because
Tamika's the
I'm
one that
like
got her money
Tatanka.
stolen.
Right?
Latasha's the
Okay,
one
yeah,
that thinks she Beyonce.
yeah. And I don't know. Like I felt bad for her, and maybe it's just the middle child in me. Like
Mm,
you're not the oldest one, you're not the youngest one, so you always like want that parental approval and
yeah.
whatnot. And but like I don't like. And this is what I was afraid of watching this is that there's going to be some real personal stuff,
Repercussions.
Mhm.
which is different than watching like the Housewives because these bitches they go home to their own family. They do not so it's
Right.
TV. But when you talking about family,
Yeah, man.
no. I mean, yeah,
And
is it
from like the
juicy? It's
interviews,
juicy. It's just own.
and from the interviews, like sitting out that the show's out there, because like they were all kind of hinting to, because remember last year during the Soul Train Awards, Latasha came in that green dress, and everybody was
Yes.
like,
Right.
what the fuck is going on? Well, now
Yeah.
we know what was going on during that time because they was filming this shit, and
Right.
so it sounds like they
Oh.
didn't because I guess Candy and Tiny already kind of knew about that stuff, and I guess it was years ago, and so
Right.
even Tamika and them was just like, that was not my intent to have that come out. She's like, obviously we see like the little 2-minute clip of it. She's like, it was like hours and they're just poking me. And then I just had enough. And she's like, and damn it, now it's on TV. And so I agree. Like, it sucks to have that deep of some shit come out like that. And then,
Yeah.
but then you kind of see the mama, her dynamic already in there too. Like, you see it's not just now, you see that's a lifetime of shit that just came out.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's why I was like,
And
"Ooh,
it's
girl, I didn't know it was gonna be like this."
yeah. And I mean, I guess I would feel better if they were white people. Like
Why it gotta be us?
like
Why is always us? Like, let
right,
somebody else be
like
dysfunctional. Like,
it just and look, I'm all for like the drama and whatnot. I just don't like it when it's family drama, and I
Yeah,
don't like it the
yeah.
fact that like here's the thing that I don't really don't understand. Maybe you can explain it to me, Carell, because
Yeah.
maybe you have a different lens, and maybe this is just TV, but like what is her name? Latanya,
Natasha Mika.
Latasha,
Natasha's the one
the
that
one
always
that
be
thinks
like,
she's Beyonce.
and then Tamika's
Latasha.
like
Okay.
the younger one, the one that got her money stole,
Okay.
allegedly stole, at least.
Right. So like what's strange to me is that they're okay, y'all know that you're filming for a TV show. And Latasha keeps showing up to these meetings and talking about, well, I don't have anything to say. I need to pray about it. Well, bitch, what the fuck is you here
Then
for?
what you doing here? Exactly.
Right. Like
and
I
the
lost 15 minutes of my life watching a goddamn conversation that didn't go anywhere.
nowhere. And it's, you know me, I like to dive in deep. So literally I've been watching like all the like interviews now that have been coming out after this, because literally that's what the group mates are saying. They're like, you signed up for this damn show, you wanted to do this damn show, and it's coming to find out
Right.
that she wanted to do the damn show because she was set herself up for a solo deal. And so the group mates didn't know that. They said they didn't even want to do the show. Like Candy was like, I don't even want to do this show. But okay, I'm always the bad guy, so I guess I'll sign up for this damn show. And then we get in this, and it's some foolishness. A, you don't want to communicate. And then B, we find out behind the scene that you got a solo deal. She's like, it's history repeating itself. She's like, it's literally the same thing she said that Latasha did back in the 90s and why Xscape broke up. Her solo deal ain't go nowhere. Got mad that Candy blew up.
And this one ain't gonna go nowhere either, because when she's saying that little ditty for whatever, I was like, ooh, you could have kept that. And the way that they were hyping her up, the guy he was doing
her husband
doing all of this, and I'm just like,
because Latasha could sing, but everyone has sensed in Xscape that like Candy has her own stuff too, but everyone even back in the day sensed that Latasha was probably the problem because she thought she was better than everybody. And a lot of times, especially when it comes to some R&B groups and pop groups, it don't matter who's the best singer. It's about either the vibe, the aura, the whole blend, et cetera, et cetera. And she kind of found out. She left the group, thought she was going to go solo. Her album got shelved. And they found out that Candy had the talent. Even though she might not be the best singer, they like the tone. The tone of Candy is the tone of Xscape. And here we are 30 years later going through the same shit again. So it sounds like that's what the group mates said. They knew something like this was going to probably happen when the camera started rolling. And it's happening. And they're going to try to either blame Candy again, or Latasha's going to find out that nobody's checking for her. Again.
I mean, it's been 30 years. You had nothing but time and opportunity. And this is supposed to be, I mean, not a smart business move on her part. Because if she has a solo deal and the way that this is painting her.
1,000%. 1,000%. It's like, girl, you don't shut yourself in the foot again. Yeah. And it's a gospel album at that.
Oh.
It's a gospel album at that, girl.
Okay. Well, you know, they be forgiving folks, so she might have a shot with Kirk Franklin in there. She might. But
here's the wild thing: nobody's talking
all
about the
I
SWV
need
stuff.
from you is just a prayer.
Stop.
Latasha took all Tamika's collection plate money.
I hate you.
All her tithes and offerings. It's like, dang, Latasha.
She said, we coming out with a missionary album because this ain't making no money. Honey.
But
Wait,
yeah,
what
but
is
then
her
it's
name
crazy
again?
even the Latasha.
You didn't act. Shit.
And it's so funny. Candy has her own like kind of like the Speak On It web series. And Candy was like, please go buy this girl's album so she stopped blaming me. I was like, I know that's right. I know that's right. She's like, please. She's like, I'm going to put this link on the screen and in the comments. She's like, go buy this girl album.
And
but the crazy thing is like the SWV part of it is like they just there. Like they like shit. Like y'all shit is messy. We just trying to go on tour and make a bag, and y'all over here like crazy.
Maybe I mixed this up, but I thought I was reading something where like the dynamic is actually shifting, where we're now starting to see like between the two groups and whatnot, like who wants to have like top billing, who's you know, rates are higher, because there was something about SWV's rates were higher, and then here come Tamar coming into Candy's comments, you know, talking about the time that she didn't.
Candy was saying that they're, and it's true, I guess, because like you got to think Candy and Tyna got that reality star following now, you know, and so even if SWV outsold you in the 90s, that doesn't equate to ticket sales now. And if your ticket sales now, like if Xscape just did a sold out tour a few years ago and they were headlining, and it looks like they still headline like Essence Fest and all these festivals, in the 90s and 2023 are two different things. And so Candy, in my eyes, was actually kind of right to ask about. It's like, okay, if we're doing a tour, who the top billing? Because if you lower your rate against these promoters, they gonna pay you again in the future to try to raise your rate again. So I think that's what, and just knowing Candy, she all about that business sense. She's just making sure that at least the Xscape rate stays the same.
Stays the
period.
same. Yeah.
Doesn't matter who
Yeah.
it could be SWV, it could be TLC, it could be your mama, it could be Beyonce. As long as we getting our money at the same rate. But then Coco was like, bitch, we sold 30 million albums and da. And so she started popping off, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
see, now this is what we thought the drama was gonna be, not between the sisters,
Right.
it's gonna be between the groups.
See, I was waiting for that, and apparently that's going to start in episode 3.
Yeah.
Because
Yep. So you haven't seen episode 3
is
yet.
all
So
this family.
this last, so you start to see that dynamic, and then Lily, I feel like Lily's still kind of like the Brooklyn girl. She's like, fuck this shit. She's like, why am I in here? She said, why am I the fucking in here talking to y'all? And so she just got up. It was good TV. It was good ass TV. I was like, I like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. But then then you say Tamar. So then I guess Tamar and Candy still had some beef from their Big Brother days. And so Tamar was talking about like some scuffle that her and Candy had at some concert recently, and Tamar was commenting on the Shade Room saying Candy's non-singing ass and all this stuff. Like, it was so crazy. And so now Tamar and Candy are like, I'm like, damn, this show done some stuff to a lot of people. Woo, woo. Mm.
Well, I'm glad y'all like it.
So
it's wild.
Yeah. I might still keep watching though.
If anything, just to stay attuned to what social media is saying, because social media is all over the place right now with it.
I think what I mostly appreciate, I just don't. Let me just rephrase. Like, I just don't appreciate like the personal family stuff because that stuff cuts super super deep, and you can just tell that conversation wasn't for TV. That was a real ass personal, and keep it in our family conversation.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, I hope they were able to move past that because that's just that's heartbreaking.
Yeah. So I guess it's a limited series, but people are already talking about they want a season 2. But it was supposed to be a limited run, 6 episodes. So we're already through 3, and I guess by the time our episode comes out, last night would have been episode 4. So we'll see who gets top billing. We'll see if the concert actually goes on, because I can't remember if I ever heard about an SWV Xscape concert. So we'll see. Who would y'all want to see, though? Who's your top billing, Xscape or SWV?
SWV.
Yeah, I would say SWV. Yeah.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I like Xscape.
I think
I like SWV's songs better.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I think that like the caliber of the songs, like if I absolutely had to choose between one or the other, I would prefer to see SWV. Would
them touring together push you to, like, because I was thinking, I was like, would I just go see Xscape by themselves, and would I just go see SWV by themselves? I don't know, but with them together, I think it would push me enough to be like, okay, you know what? It's 2 groups that I enjoy, I will go see. But by themselves, I don't know if I would have. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, in my mind, top billing almost doesn't matter in my mind, because they each kind of pushed each other for me to go by, more so than me being a Candy fan or a Coco fan or whatever, you know? So that's where I was struggling when I was hearing that conversation, because I was like, I don't know if I would have seen either one of you by yourselves, but together, be like, shit, that'd be a dope ass night.
Yeah. I also wonder how that, like, I'm just curious about how that works, like on the back end. Like, let's say that, you have equal billing on both, but then do you just call it, like, do you create a name for the tour and that's the name? You know what I mean? Right. So that no one has like one over the other. Cause like you can't like be like, oh, well, we're going to be top billing for half of this and you're going to be top billing for the other half, or like I would just love to know the dynamics behind that, like the contract stuff. Like, what does that look like when you've got, 2?
And that's what Candy was trying to get to. Groups. But they wasn't feeling it. Coco said, bitch, I sold 30 million albums.
Back in the day.
Did? She said, here come the man in
Sierra
black.
sold a lot of albums too.
Oh, how CC get back in this?
All I know is today, out of the 2 of them, of the 2, I still listen to SWV more than I listen to Xscape.
Yeah. 1,000%.
So,
and honestly, I would want the end of the night to end with probably Weak. Like, I don't know if there's a closing song. out of both of their catalogs that I wanted to be just the final stamp. Like if that night ended with Weak, you leaving out there still singing that song, feeling good, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I was kind of, when they were in the room talking about their ideas, and the other sister, the younger sister, the one that was whatever
got
her
Tyler's
name is.
office stolen, Tamika.
Yeah, like she was coming to the table with a lot of really good ideas. She was coming to the table with a really lot of good ideas in terms of like, you know, like instead of it being like, you know, somebody headlining for somebody else, like, you know, SWVs goes first and then Xscape goes second, or vice versa, like mixing it up and weaving them in and out, and potentially even singing each other's songs. Like, I think that kind of experience would be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. And I just don't understand how, and this was another good point that Candy was making, at least in my mind. It's just like, we all do other stuff. Like, why is it one or the other right now, especially at the age that they're at? Like, why can't you do the Xscape stuff and your solo album and this and a TV show? Like, that's what Candy does all day, every day. So she's like, I'm not trying to stop you from getting your money. Like, why is it either or in this situation? So that's the part I truly don't understand with Latasha's. Just like, she's making it seem like she's too good for the group. Girl, get that Xscape money, because it's going to be more than the Latasha money. I can tell you that.
She been gone for 3 years.
She think Jesus gonna pay them bills with that album.
And then Candy said, nope, bills pays them bills.
Okay.
She said, you see them bills checks coming in the mail, baby. Oh, Lord.
That's even what Tiny was like. She was like, yeah, I didn't really even, Tiny was like, I didn't even start really seeing checks until I was putting pen to paper.
It's a true statement. Them checks be something different. And they be like habitual checks. Like, they still getting checks from No Scrubs in 2023, 23 years later.
Right.
So,
yeah,
it is what it is. Oh, Lord. We haven't talked politics in a minute. We try to stay away right now because we know it's going to ramp up. But you see, oh boy, they're saying.
No, he's saying.
He's saying. He's the one.
He's
saying. Like, girl. He's saying he's about to get indicted. I'll believe it when I see it. But
yeah.
What are your thoughts in this whole new hoopla that's going on?
I mean, truthfully, I think he's, again, using it as a way to gain attention and to start some shit like January 6th. And again, if they go down to that place in Florida and arrest him and stuff like that, like, he's going to use it as a way, like, look at them treat me like a criminal. I'm just like everybody else, blah, 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 bullshit. And lie again and get people outraged about fake bullshit that they shouldn't be outraged about. Like, if you did something wrong, you're supposed to have consequences for your actions. Like, not you being like, oh, with Hillary, her emails and all the rest of that stuff, so her laptop had to get looked at and all the rest of this shit. And, you know, now it's your turn, nigga. Like, this is what you were saying about everyone else before.
That's when you mean some shit. Yeah.
So it's just funny how, you know, it's for everyone else that's doing something, allegedly doing shit, you know, lock them up and, you know, they're un-American and blah, 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 blah. But the moment someone says that shit about you a victim. That shit don't go both ways.
And now you want people to protest in your honors but when 100%. We were actually protesting about some real shit, your panties was in a bunch. Your
and
size,
that's the thing that scares me about his followers. Yeah, that's the thing that scares me about his followers, is that they're literally followers. They don't care about the truth. They, for some reason, just like this man, and they're going to follow him no matter where the fuck he goes. And it's not about right or wrong. It's about how they feel. But the moment anyone else reacts about how they feel, then we're no different than them. So it's a very frustrating place, because I'm at the point where I'm saying, like, fuck me, bitch, fuck you. But then I'm literally giving the same energy that they giving.
Yeah. Oof. So I don't know. It's like part of me is just like, here we go again, round 2 of all the craziness going into like the political season and the presidential stuff. It's like this the same shit we saw in 2015. And I'm like, I don't have it in me. Like I don't. Like I can't. Like it's taking all my energy not to even like listen to this stuff. Like it comes up, I change the channel. It comes on the radio, I change the dial. Like NPR talking about, and I love me some NPR. I'm like, damn, you fucking up my NPR now. Like it's like I don't have the energy like I did last time. And that scares me because I'm sure a lot of folks don't. And if it gets to that point again that he's the Republican nominee, we need everyone to have the energy still. And I get it. It's like, bitch, I'm tired.
And it's even worse now than before. I mean, think about how many more bills are up to really just hurt way more people. I mean, there are so many bills against women, Black folks, queer community, trans, like everyone compared to this time the last go around.
And the natives are still like, shit, bitch. Like, we still right,
and us too. Right? Like, there's just so much more on the line. And that's kind of what scares me too. Like, I want to be tired, but I know that if I'm tired, we gonna lose. If we're collectively tired, we gonna lose. And it's one of those things we gotta tag in, like, you know, wrestling, bitch. All right, you tired? I'm gonna tag in for the day, bitch, and I'll get out there as we spread the word. You better get look, okay, book, tag back in, bitch. Your turn, you know. But the truth is, we sadly we have to be having these conversations because we all know somebody who at least knows someone that leans towards them. And the moment, and this is one of the things where I respect about you, Karel, because I don't got these people on my timeline anymore. So normally when I post this shit, I get like 2 likes, 5 likes, because everybody just get it.
Yeah.
You know, you got a Sarah Emily on your Facebook that, you know, I'll still be waiting for every now and then just to be like,
I blocked one of them. I blocked one of them. I had to because she was going after other people. I was like, you could go after me. I'm good. Don't go after everybody else. Like, that's when that probably riled me up more than even against myself. Like, I can handle myself. It's like, now you're about to go after like my friends and everything. Like, no, okay, no. That was the final straw. But no, I just today there was another person, like a memory came up. I was like, oh, what happened to this person? And I clicked on the thing and it said, add friend. I'm like, damn, somewhere along the way, they got tired of my stuff. Which I like, that literally still to this day is why I post stuff, because I know somebody's seeing it. And I can tell people are seeing stuff because there's certain things that I'll like try. I'm like, okay, I know everybody's gonna like this post. Sure enough, people be coming out the woodwork. So I'm like, I know my shit is still showing up on your timeline. So guess what? I'm still gonna continue to post because clearly I'm someone outside of your bubble. That like your bubble showing some other stuff. So I'm trying to still penetrate that bubble because you need at least a different perspective that you might not be getting day in, day out. So
yeah, no, my white people know that at any moment they can have a pop quiz, and then they know to stay ready. So like, they know that accountability is real. You know, we don't move in silence. You know, so you don't gotta be as loud as me, but bitch, you gotta say something.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Lord. All right. Well, I think that's a good moment to take a little tea break. Hey, community. Guess what? Our 4th anniversary of Minority Report is just around the corner.
Yes, ma'am. So join us, please, April 18th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for a live recording. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter.
So, of course, that means bring your good wig, bring your favorite drink, have some questions, join in on the tea with us, and just come kick it with us and, you know, just have a good time. So we hope to see you all on, again, April 18th.
All righty, ladies. What time is it?
Ask your
auntie.
Okay, Latasha.
She liked that show.
Hello,
she liked that show.
She do like that.
She liked that show.
Honestly, the only part I didn't like was that one part.
Okay. And their names apparently too.
I'm still not.
You don't
Right,
care
and
about
their
this.
names.
And their names.
I won't remember the names.
She said, "I know the groups. I know
She
the
said, "I know
groups. Right? I know their songs."
Oh,
And
Lord.
barely know them.
But you don't know, like, what's the first Xscape song that comes to your mind?
Just kick it.
Just
Yeah.
kick it.
Okay. I know that. Like
Just
it
kick
doesn't
The way
like
you-
their music doesn't like come to mind, but I know it when I hear it.
Got it.
Mhm.
Got it. Got it. What's the first SWV song that comes to your mind?
It's Rain for me.
Understanding. Or Weak.
wait. He said
Understanding is not their song. That's Xscape.
Well, there you go.
I'm so tired.
This is given very like when your mama know your friend's name, but that little girl over there, look, that little girl right there. I know her name. I don't know it right now, but I know her name. That's very much that.
I know when I see her.
Right.
And we found our clip for the week.
Yeah.
Honey,
Whew.
I am leaning into my DM Warwick-ness.
Ma'am.
Like,
Yes.
it
Yes,
ain't
ma'am.
Gonna
sticking.
be
And
Auntie
I ain't being
Shard,
bothered.
Dion, Bonita, Warwick. That is who she is. Oh,
Yeah.
Lord. All right.
Understanding.
It says,
Weak.
he said, understanding. I'm so done.
We will say it.
Like this bitch said I couldn't name a damn Xscape song, but she knew understand.
I'm sorry, that is too funny.
That is too much for me.
Well, you know, I aim to please.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes. That's a 5-star Yelp review right there, bitch. Absolutely.
Sniffy, you hear that?
5 stars.
You hear
5
that?
stars.
5 stars. 5 stars.
Done.
All right,
All
who's
right.
got
It
it?
says, hey, aunties, is there such a thing as wanting too much sex or having too much sex? If you saw this week, Larsa Pippen said she and Scottie Pippen had sex 4 times a night for 23 years. How is that even possible? 4 times a night for 23 years. Hold on, let's do the math right. So 4 times 365.
She about to really do the math.
Oh,
I'm not doing the math. I will say this. I'm gonna say yes, it's possible. I'm gonna say yes, it's possible. I just think about people who are in the the porn industry and how many people I've heard about talking about how what their body counts are and stuff like that. For instance, I was watching a YouTube video and someone was interviewing Austin Wolf,
I
the
saw
little
that
hot
one too,
monster daddy,
yeah.
and he said, well, his body count was like 40,000.
I was like, damn, girl.
I was like, damn.
And I did the math then too. I
40,000?
said, hold on. Because he said like over 20 years. I was like, hold on. Like, damn. Like, that's like 2, 3, 4 a day.
So that's to my point. This stuff right here, some people just have a very high sex drive like that, where they just, it is what it is. I don't know. I wouldn't say there's a thing as too much sex. It's just about finding the right person that wants to have that much sex with you.
That's beat the pussy up.
Yeah.
Beat the pussy.
Shut the fuck up. I can't with you, me.
That-
The pussy up. Shut up, Carell.
That just
I am
makes
not
me,
playing with you.
Hey,
That just makes me a little exhausted.
that's what I'm
Like,
thinking.
It's one thing, like she didn't say 4 times a day. She said 4 times a night.
Like waking me up.
I'm just so apparently you're just sleeping during the day. Is that what's going on? Or
And they
maybe
got
it's
kids.
like so fast. It's like, okay, 2 pumps, squirt, and then go to the bathroom. Okay, 2 more. Like,
Maybe it's a short duration. Maybe it's not a
Right,
whole
duration
spectacle all 4 times.
that just, I mean, like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I've been with a guy that could.
First of all, my
I've
sex
been with
drive,
someone that could nut multiple times like that. So, I mean, maybe that's the thing too. Maybe they're just
like that. You got that control. Like, okay, little squirt and then
got that
get back
gorilla
in.
grip. That gorilla grip. Ah, bitch.
4 times A night.
For 23 years.
Every
That's
night.
the thing.
Every night for 23 years.
And I saw the clip of this too.
I don't want anything
I
4
would to
times
be
a night
kept.
for 23 years.
Either.
I'm done. I'm sorry. I don't.
I do.
Get
I
off me.
won't.
Like,
I won't be
ugh.
counting sheep 4 times a night. Like I won't be asleep. And here's the thing, like I like sex with them. Like I mean, you know. And here's the thing, like maybe 4 times here and there, you're like, okay, we were just going at it that night, shit, you know. But consistently, it's like that's a lot.
Like
that's.
I mean, lot. I don't know Larsa Pippen like that. I don't know what she was doing while he was, you know, playing and stuff
she
like
was
that.
Asleep.
She was sleeping during the day, and then he would be ready to go all night. You know.
So.
Let me tell you, if I was a stay at home, you know, spouse, okay, and my spouse is paying the bills, bitch, the least you can do is break this back. Go ahead, bitch. I will do my yoga every day. You want me over here? Cool. I'll be right over there. Bitch, you want me over here? Okay, boom. Boom. Let's go. Okay, look. I'm not bringing the money home. That's
for 23 years.
Bitch, I will take me a goddamn Adderall. Be ready to go, bitch.
That booty hole would be through.
Well, God bless y'all and y'all holes. Just the friction alone, damn. Like
the
that's
friction of it.
Well, maybe she switches it up. Maybe like, you know, time number 1 is in the vajayjay, time number 2 is in the boom boom, time number 3 is in the hand,
in the mouth,
and then time number 4 is in the sucky sucky.
They'd be doing
not a 1-person band, bitch.
I'm just saying, woo. Good for her. But good for Scotty too to be able to do it 4 times a night for 23 years. Because Scottie Pippen got to be almost 60, so good for him too. Damn. Let me go to your doctor.
I don't know if that's a superpower or a super curse. I'm sorry.
all the above.
I don't know. That's I mean, kudos. Look, we should be kudosing Laura, because I can't imagine that she's the one that's like, you know, where her sex drive. I mean, maybe she is. Maybe she does have that kind of a sex drive. I know a lot of women out there have pretty insatiable sex drives, and it's not just men, but that's prison.
Because when she was talking about, like, because she's on some like either housewives show or whatever, and so like all the ladies were like, oh my god, and then what's his face, Andy Cohen was like, wait, hold on, you know, Andy be messy, so he wanted all the details. He's like, wait, he said 4 times a night. He's like, well, damn.
I'm really starting to think that
31,481 times in 23 years and 25 cents. So half a time where maybe he didn't finish or something. Or a quarter of a time.
Honestly, that makes me think that, you know, maybe his stamina, how long it takes for each you know time, isn't that long. You know, because like I mean like in my own currently right now, like it's at least 60 minutes. But when I think about 60 minutes, I also know that there are this could happen 4 times in 60 minutes. If you and then you're done. You know what I'm saying?
So 60 minutes, that's 4 hours of your night.
That's the part where I'm like,
for 23 years, like, bitch.
Right.
I'm surprised you ain't got bags.
You got rug burns on top of rug burns on top of Indian burns on top of like
that putty cat.
Somebody need to answer what kind of lube she's using, because that's the real tea.
That's the sponsorship.
All natural.
Right. Don't say that. You cut into your coins. You gotta shout somebody out.
It's like, thank you, Swiss Navy.
Yeah, that's a sponsorship. Right? That's a real sponsorship.
Seriously.
Facts.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. Let us know.
I'd be curious.
Well, I want to know. I want to know what the community thinks about this. Like, anybody out there that this sounds appealing to them? I'm very curious. 23 years, every single day. Excuse me, every single night.
Right. And because one of the ladies asked her, they were like, do you like, what do you do? Like, they were like, do you not like travel by yourself? She's like, no, we're always together. She's like, we flew private and all this stuff. Da 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 da. I was like, oh my Lord. Okay, then. She said, I'm keeping this man. He ain't sleeping with nobody else.
Okay. Look, Big 30.
She said, I seen
Look.
basketball wives.
Let's see if Scottie Pippen stepped out of his relationship.
Probably. And then here's the crazy thing, though. They just got a divorce, and Larsa
Not
Pippen
Scottie
is now
Coupon
dating
cheating.
Michael Jordan's son, which is a whole crazy, like, 360
Shut
circle,
the
just
fuck
craziness.
up. She is?
Yes. Which
Damn.
now that's the TT of this whole situation.
That is the TT.
Oh, so she's his ex-wife, Laura Pippen.
They just got a divorce, and now she's dating Michael Jordan's son. And if I don't know, DeJuan, if you
or
know
Larsa,
Scottie Pippen,
not Laura, Larsa.
Yeah, Larsa.
Mm-hmm.
Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan were like teammates forever in the 90s.
Yeah.
So that's
wild.
Thing.
That's wild.
Very wild.
Wow.
Ooh, Lord. So,
apparently Laura. So this might be Laura's thing, because all these apparently she's been stepping out.
Oh, she the one that needs it 4 times a night?
Scottie Pippen was, let's see. The reason Future slept with Scottie Pippen's wife, Larsa. Scottie Pippen's wife admitted she was cheating on him with another NBA player. Let's see.
Damn.
Millionaire rapper started an affair with Scottie Pippen's wife to avenge rude behavior. She just letting it all out. So maybe Scottie was the one on lockdown.
Scottie out here ragged now. Scottie's like, my dick don't work no more. Don't rub the skin off. Down to the white meat. She done fucked into the white meat. Shit.
Oh my God.
Done.
Damn. Dick was never the same.
Just worn out. You know when you strike a match and it gets all like wilted and like curled up and whatnot, like, when it's all burnt out?
Shut up. No, not that.
Did it just fall off? Because, like, let's be all the way real, though. Like, you've had some times when maybe the friction was too much and your dick be sore. And so, like, I can't imagine fucking on a sore dick like that, like, every night. Like, ooh. Even as appealing as that sounds, it gets to a point where, like, my dick hurts.
I feel like this is less a Scottie Pippen thing and he wanting it, and more of a Larsa Pippen thing. I'm leaning towards that direction now.
Scottie done saw Larsa checking out Michael Jordan's son that whole time. He's like, I gotta fuck her to stay. And she still left. Sheesh. Well, community, let us know. Do you have an AYA like this? Let us know. Send them to AYA@minorietyreport.com or DM us and let us know. Can you fuck 4 times a night for 23 years? Does that sound appealing to you? And if so, then send a DM.
And if you're 22, just keep it. Look, and if you're 22, keep it to yourself, because that's some 22 bullshit. But if you north of 30, those are the people I want to hear from, because you've been fucking for at least 10 years.
That's a word.
You've been fucking for at least 10 years. So if you 30 or over and you can keep it going for 4 times a night for 23 years, I want to hear that.
That part. And ladies and non-binary, all the above. We want to hear from the LGBTQIA plus collective.
Show up.
Let us know.
Come through.
Because damn, we need to step our game up.
We probably have a live episode coming up pretty soon. So we need to have this. We don't need DMs. We need the whole. We need
right.
The
that is true. We bring this back up. You right. Our 4-year anniversary is coming up, and I'm sure we'll probably do some kind of live at some point. We bringing this back up. We want to know.
we need to know who is out there. Who are the superheroes?
Honey,
and the super sheroes.
Honey, that is a word. Well, this Friday, guess whose album finally comes out? And I don't know how I feel. Chloe Bailey's album comes out this Friday, March 31st. Is the steam still in the engine? Are we excited like we were like 2 years ago?
Honestly, I'm worried. Honestly, I'm worried. I'm worried. And here's my thing. I feel like they kind of missed that window like they did with Normani. And here's the crazy part about it. Like I thought they were really smart on their timing of it because The Ungodly Hour was a great album.
Yes,
And then
it
she
really
finally
was.
came out with, and people knew her. So like they knew her because of, the duo. And Have Mercy came out, bitch. She had them cakes
Yeah,
out there. She was doing it.
yeah.
Um and then it
And the rest
slowly
of the
started to
singles haven't
trickle.
been.
All right. I kind of like the one with Chris Brown, and I kind of like it, and
Yeah,
I like the sample of the
the
Usher
Usher
song from
song. But,
Confessions.
but the
Yeah,
whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, is it as good as the Usher song? I'm like,
no, it's
no.
well. The thing is, but how they sample it is still different. It's
Yeah, for
like
sure.
so. So I like that because I mean, Confessions. That's an album,
Oh,
bitch. That's
that's a bop of an
That's
album. Yes,
okay.
yes,
So a part of me, just from that alone, I like it, and there was something cool about it. Kind of gave me a little bit more old school R&B in a way of
for sure.
how they did the duet. It reminded me, not vocal range, but just like true R&B artists, where you felt like they were two people having a conversation with each other
Yeah,
via a song, right?
yeah,
Versus nowadays when you hear people doing, R&B collabs, is very like, chorus hook, chorus hook, whatever. And it's
yeah.
very just kind of just the same. So I really
Mm.
like that part of this current song. But this, like you said, the steam's kind of gone out.
Yeah.
It really has. So I'm hoping that it's gonna be okay. I
I'm
saw
still
the
gonna
the
give it a listen
release.
because, like, I want to support her and things like that. But I'm like, dang, like,
I think here's the thing. I think it might flop, and I
uh,
think it might flop because I think she's still figuring out who she is.
yeah,
She's still learning, just about writing about who she is. And she's also trying to figure out who she is. So, what, she's 23,
I think
24.
somewhere around there.
She's
Yeah,
still figuring out who she is. So, she's writing based on who she is at 23, 24.
yeah.
Girl, we remember where we were in those days, a mess. Okay. So, if I'm writing songs about 23, 24-year-old girl, it's
Yeah.
going to be talking about some cash only hoe. What,
But
like
see,
it's just all over the
and that's
place.
what I kind of still want. Like, I felt like Have Mercy was the perfect launch because, like, we're all like, "Ooh, Chloe, a little thick. We here for the thickness and
Hmm.
everything." And I felt like they should have dropped it, and then by this point, been on album two.
Yes,
Like
Yeah.
the first one being maybe
100%.
a little more scattered,
Yeah,
whatever, maybe a little rushed,
yeah,
and then be on album two already. Because I think what they're trying to do is align it with Halle still coming out this summer with the Little Mermaid and things like that. Cool, get it. However, our happiness and our giddiness to be like, oh damn, Chloe out here doing the damn thing, has kind of waned because it's been 2 years.
yeah.
And
It's
it's been
Yeah.
like,
like, damn, we don't heard half this album already because you don't release like 4 or 5 songs. So it's just like, eh. So I wish they would have just rushed it and then figured out album two and
or
taken
just
the
give us an
time maybe on it.
EP, or just give us an
Right, or an
That's
EP,
EP,
right?
and
Give us
then give
6
us a full
songs.
album. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and then because what I'm sure the Beyonce album didn't help the situation because it's the same company, and that massive of an album. So they knew what they had in the pipeline with Beyonce. So I'm sure that's what kind of even maybe had them second guessing how to even release it because they're like, once this Beyonce out there is going to clobber everybody, it's just going to overtake everyone. So
It just makes me
I don't know.
wonder. Again, I'm just curious about like the back part of it, like the back end part of it. Like, so this is all the same, like label. So
Parkwood
Beyonce's label knows how to market.
1000,
So
1000%.
why wouldn't they have deployed some of the same kinds of techniques, with her album? I'm not saying that they haven't, but I'm just saying it doesn't feel that way because
No, it doesn't.
I feel
we've
like
been
they
sitting here for the
started to,
last
and then it
three
kind of got
months.
lost somewhere along the way. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
but
And
that's
maybe
the
they got the
thing.
interns on it. I don't know.
I,
They said
But
they
I
got to
will
learn
say this
somehow.
though.
not
But I
not the
will say this though,
Kayleys and the
like
Tabors with these new ass names.
The
I
Latashas and the Tamikas.
I will say this though, that like she still really has to play the game and pay her and do her due. So she can't move like
Yeah.
Beyonce moves, you know,
No.
like the world still needs to figure out who she is as a solo artist. And so I wouldn't have expected them to do something along the lines of, you know, around Beyonce's, because it's just not gonna happen for her, you know. But I definitely think that they just took too long
They took
putting
too
out there.
long.
And it's kind of like, and that's what I think Normani, like Carell was saying earlier, Normani would probably never come out with an album at this
I
point.
know. And that
Not
one
at
breaks
this
my
point
heart.
at all. And it really it breaks mine too, because I absolutely love her.
Yeah.
But if she released a song next week, I'd be like, oh, okay.
And it's
Like
not
there's
gonna be better
nothing
than
about
the
it would be
last one she
like
just did. Like that
Wild
visually,
Style
like
was
it was
dope. And they
it was
dropped the
the
ball. Like
perfect one. It was so perfect. Like you couldn't have set that one up any better. Like it was the nostalgia that we love. She ate. It
she
was a
gave
song that was like in
body,
her
she gave
register.
face.
Like
It
she didn't have
was
to oversing it. It gave her that vibe we want. It was perfect. And here we are a year and a half later. Like, damn, where the album at? And that
mhm.
momentum is lost, especially nowadays. Like, our attention span is so this because of social media. You got to strike with the iron. And I was saying before we hopped on, I just watched that video by, what's her name? Doechii. What's
Doechii.
her? And
Doechii.
that's a bop of a video, a bop of a song. And it's that same lane. And I'm
Hmm.
like, she might be the new it girl.
See, I love Doechii a lot. And my concerns are
She might be too hood.
nope. Mm-mm.
Okay.
My concerns are from an industry standpoint that, you know, they're using these black women and they're pitting them against each other.
That's a word.
Because Doechii is very in a similar lane like Doja Cat.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
who will give you rock, will give you a little R&B, will give you a little pop,
Yeah.
you know. Is very queer forward. You know, I believe she's bisexual or pansexual. She's one of them. She's
Okay.
part of the LGBTQIA plus community as well too, as a black woman on top of that too. So like she occupies a space that's unique to her, but her sound is, like you
Is
said, kind of in that same lane as the rest
Normani's
of
toy
them.
lane, yeah. And
And
you know,
so
like we'll support 3, we'll support 95,
all of them, every single one,
but we
there's
know the
room for every
industry
single
what they
one.
do.
Right. And that could be very much what I'm thinking is the case as well
Yeah.
too. But here's the thing that I like about Doechii is Doechii started off as an independent artist.
Yeah.
So she has paved the way for herself to be to
Yeah.
where she is now, very similar to Doja Cat.
Yeah.
Okay. And so their recognition of how they're blowing up is a little different than, you know, individuals like, you know, Chloe and Normani, who has, you know, that label kind of hoops and loops to jump
Right.
out or jump through to be, you know, seen by everyone else.
Yeah.
So I'm rooting for everyone. I'm rooting for all of them. I wish they would give our black women in the industry the recognition that they need, and stop being like, oh, there can only be one with a big voice, or there
Yeah.
can only be one that can dance, or there can only be one that can do XYZ. It can be multiple.
Yeah.
It can be multiple. You know, so I don't know, but I fucking love Doechii though. Doechii, and
I
the
didn't
fact
even
that you
know
said
really
she too
who
hood
she
for you, I
was.
was like, bitch, I've been rocking with Doechii for a
I
hot ass minute.
didn't even
I
know
love
and
her.
maybe I've seen her here
Yes,
and
you
there, but
did.
like,
So here's the thing: we talked about her at the BT Awards because I was like, oh, I loved her performance because she was the one where the wig got stuck.
oh
She
yeah,
took off the wig,
oh
and
that was
Dewan was
her.
like,
Oh, then she
why
ate
she
that
take the
performance.
wig off? She was the one that had
Yeah.
the wig on and then took the wig off and had the braids underneath.
Oh, yep. Okay, I did like her then.
Yes.
I didn't know
And
that
she
was
was like,
her. Yeah, did it?
she was,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
That's Doechii.
Okay,
That's
that's 2 in a row,
Doechii.
don't you? You got me,
Yes.
bitch. Yeah, no, because the video is the same choreographer that does Chloe stuff. Same
Mm-hmm.
choreographer. And so
Mm-hmm.
the routine is eaten. And it's with
Yeah.
Kodak Black. And so it's a bop, and it's the what it is, ho. What's up?
Mm-hmm.
It samples that. So I mean that's already a bop. So it's so I'm rooting
I
for
haven't
Chloe,
seen
but
it, so I gotta
it
catch up.
does feel like the ball has gotten dropped.
Mm-hmm. It does. But you
Okay.
know, I want to watch that movie Swarm with her in it.
Everybody's talking about this. Is it a movie or is it a
It's a
show?
movie. It's a
Oh, I thought it was
movie
a show.
on. Or was it a show?
Wait,
I thought
I
it
what?
think
was a
it's a
movie.
show. The one where she got her
What
cakes
is it, like
pounded
a
out.
zombie kind of
No,
like?
No,
it's
I
a
think
movie
it's a
that she's
play on
in.
the Beehive.
That's what everyone's been saying.
Really?
So it's kind of
It
almost
is a
like talking
series.
about
It is a series. Yep, it's a small
fans
series.
and like their fandoms, and
Mhm.
Okay.
it almost seems like it's kind of almost like a twisted horror, dark comedy situation. It almost feels like a Jordan Peele moment about just
Oh,
the
really?
swarm,
So it's like
the
subversive in
fandoms,
that
the
kind of way.
navies, the beehives of
Mhm.
the pop world and things like that.
Yeah.
And so Chloe Bailey's in it, and a lot of people were talking about because the opening scene of one of the episodes, she just getting her cakes just pounded.
By Idris Elba's son.
Yes,
That's right.
and
Yep.
so I was
Hmm.
like,
Okay.
ooh.
I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
So
okay, I was
I'm
like,
gonna watch it.
I might need to see
So
this.
I don't know, but just it's also cool though too because she all of a sudden is in like these movies. Like these movies have
Yeah,
been hush. And
yeah,
anything you've heard from her over the last year has
yeah,
been about music only. So the
yeah,
fact that she did this, she did that gospel choir
yep.
spin, like a gospel
So
pitch
maybe that's what
perfect
slowed
type
it
of
up too.
movie.
Yeah,
You know, so
Her
I could,
other opportunities.
her other,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, I could see that being the case as well
Yeah,
too.
and I
So
mean, she's
maybe she
in all
played
these like
herself.
Beats commercials and all that too. So I mean, she's putting in the work. It's not like she's just sitting at home. We ain't saying
Yeah,
that. She's getting them
yeah.
coins, but it's just like, ugh, this
It
should
does
be
make you
album two
wonder
by
though,
now.
like I guess and I can totally appreciate like having multiple, not limiting yourself to one opportunity. I get that.
1000%.
Um, but also for like your first solo album, I would think that you would want to protect, the at least 6 months leading up to that album so that you could really promote it. You can get out there and like some of these TV shows and do some, like Good Morning America, where they do like the performances in Times Square. And I'm pointing
Hmm.
towards Times Square, like,
That's that living in New York over there,
Said right
bitch. That's
outside
what
my
it is.
window.
Right over here. Just right down the street, right around the corner.
You know, it'd be
but
dope
it,
if they turned the Apollo into something like that, revitalize like that Harlem section over there. And instead of doing all the stuff down at Times Square every time, it's like, no, I want to do my outdoor performance up in Harlem at the
yeah.
Apollo outside.
I don't
Sorry, that
know.
was a
They
little
just don't.
sidebar.
They just don't do. They just don't promote music like they used to, which is kind of a
Yeah.
bummer. You know, I mean, like I've seen people who like release albums and then like a song on the album came out like a year and a half ago. I'm like, bitch, this isn't new. Like, how you circling this back? You know, you could have left this off. This could have been a single. You know, I
Mhm.
miss those days where people would come out with a song and you're like, okay, they came out with the album and none of the
Or
singles
like
were on the
12 months
album.
later.
You know? I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh shit, bitch. Like you gave us something all new. Like we thought you were going this way and then boom, you dropped this and went that way. You know? I miss
Or you
shit
buy
like
that
that.
CD and you thought the album was going to be good and that's the only good song on it. See, I don't miss those days. I want my money back for some albums.
Yeah, that's
That's what the kids don't
9.99,
know. That's real
14.99 that you will never get back.
But
honey.
here's the thing, but in today's age though, that type of thing would
Yeah,
work
yeah,
because no one's buying
yeah,
albums.
yeah. No, that's true.
You know.
That's true.
So mm.
Well, community, we're
Oh wait,
rooting for
hold on,
Chloe, so
y'all.
check her out, Ian.
We rooting for Chloe.
Check her out.
So a friend of mine
He was a friend of
told
mine.
me that I need to publicly humiliate myself.
What you do now?
Y'all know I can't stand that white woman. I cannot stand her
Who?
to save my
Hmm.
life.
Which
Y'all
one?
know
Taylor.
Taylor fucking
We said
Swift.
which one?
Oh,
What she
okay.
do now? Oh, she on tour right
Nothing.
now, so
She had a cute set. I commented on a friend. I was like, that stage was actually really dope.
I haven't even seen the stage. Okay.
And my friend was like, bitch, you said what? Screenshot. And was
Receipts.
like, you better say something before I say something. I will have to give the girl her flowers. Okay.
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
give credit where credit is due. Her her opening night in Arizona looked hella good.
She did like
It looked really
44
good.
songs or something. I was
She
like,
was on
damn,
there for 3 hours.
that's
She
crazy.
performed for 3 fucking hours, and that set was hella dope.
Okay.
I ain't never seen like I've seen people like rise from the stage, right?
Yeah.
But like I've never seen it be in a way where it like this side raises and this side lowers, and it like played like it just kind of flowed, and all of a sudden like the middle part came, and then as they started to walk this way, I'm thinking these bitches about to walk off the side of the damn little box.
Yeah.
More raises up, so it's almost like and it started
Just
to
timing
grow.
their walking and all that.
Yeah, timing their walk, and I was like, oh, okay. Bitch kind of like jumped in a little pool, like a imaginary little pool, and
Yeah.
had like all sorts of like clouds and shit floating. And I'm still don't like her
She
music.
said, "I'm here for the
Still don't
theatrics."
like her.
Right.
There
Here
you
for the
go.
theatrics of it.
Right. You can miss me with the songs, but
Right.
the eyeballs were entertained.
And here's the thing: I can never take that away from Taylor. Like, she clearly has that lane, and she's doing it to like she's killing it. Like for the folks that like that lane, I'm trying to be nice. That lane, and I'm all here for people that are willing to put the work in and to spend the coin to do something different. So from the sounds of it, it's something different, and she's putting that coin and work in.
Yeah.
So I'm always here for
She
that.
definitely put the
Because
coin.
there's a lot of people that do not do that at that level, and it pisses me off.
It was a big dumbass
But you know
stage.
what?
I saw that stage.
I
It
also
was
feel
fucking
like
huge.
I also feel like we all have seen like the rise of ticket prices, and I think this is one way to really justify some of that increase, because a lot of concerts lately have just been real productions. So if you're going to ask somebody to give up,
yeah, Scissors looks.
you went to the SZA in Portland, or
no, actually, I didn't end up going to the SZA here, but I've been seeing it all over YouTube and TikTok. Bitch is floating on a life rack like she from Survivor, bitch, across the fucking stage. Bitch,
looking like Princess Jasmine.
Girl, it's been like everyone was saying like it was everything, and definitely said. So all I say other to say is, my queen, I cannot wait to see what you do in Paris. Okay.
Oh, we.
So,
I'm still so jealous of that. I'm so like it is breaking my heart.
and we're seeing her in a soccer stadium, so it's a big ass stadium. So the fact that whole sold out.
Oh God, I'm not ready still for it. I was gonna say this conversation. No, we're gonna say this for next week because we might go on a deep tangent. So I don't want this at the end. I got a question I want to ask y'all, and I'll save it for next week. But no, I'm excited. Like I'm excited, and it's just crazy to think that like it's already summertime, damn near. Like I mean, it's springtime, but like in my mind, shit, it's summertime.
2 months from the day that this episode come out, we'll be watching Beyonce.
And again, we still have 2 more albums or 2 more whatever, because
we
thought this was gonna be a part 2, and she's not saying the concert is act 2, so that means it might legit be
something else.
Well, we don't know. Who knows? Leading up to it, she might do something. Who knows? We don't know what Beyonce thinking. All I know is you could tell. I mean, she's never out of shape, but you could tell the Oscars night, she must be starting to be practicing, because she's slimming down again. You know, when she get in that mode, she starts slimming. That body's get extra crazy. You can tell.
Yeah, when she eating nothing but air, I'm like, go ahead, bitch. Could be me.
Tic Tacs, air, and water.
Look, so swallow your spit. That's your diet. No, I'm good.
I forget what I was about to say, but anyway, but yeah. All right, so we're over an hour. Do we just call it quits, or is there anything? Maybe let's do a little 5-minute recap of Drag Race. So who got STDs? STDs is gone, which she was there way longer than I thought she was gonna be.
I think I thought she was better than Lucy though in the lip sync. I thought she was better than Lucy.
I was like, "Bye, Lucy."
Yep, I thought Lucy was gonna go.
I thought she was too, and that honestly would have been the gag, because she needs to go. Her personality is just rubbing me the wrong way. It really is.
There's some moments when I want to root for her, because Mistress and Lux do be poking her fucking buttons. And let me tell you, if either the two of them heifers were saying something to me, I would be Auntie Henny all day, every day.
Drell would be
you
good
know?
TV on there.
So, because I'm not the one to sit back and say nothing. So it would just been no, because I would have been kicked off. Y'all know me. I wouldn't even make. I would have been kicked off, and they would have been like at the beginning of the episode, due to recent events off camera that we are too harsh to show on for live TV. Drell has exited the show for personal reasons or some shit like that, knowing damn well I didn't beat somebody's ass, and that's the real reason why I didn't let go. So,
Oh
um,
man.
so
What do you guys think about
sometimes
the
they be tricking
Rusical?
her. I thought it was good.
I thought it was cute.
I thought it was good.
It was
Yeah.
cute.
I think they were a little dramatic about like people not being able to dance. I was like,
yeah,
no one's struggling. I was like,
I'm mad they gave Mistress the leap though. It's like, that bitch ain't leaping. They say, hey, you want to go like, ah. I was like, Mistress ain't doing that.
She said,
show did.
I'm not jumping nowhere, ho.
I was like, oh, y'all set Mistress up for failure.
And the
liked,
outfits,
yeah.
I wasn't honestly. I don't think any of the outfits really did anything for me, if I'm being 100% honest. I liked again Sasha Colby's outfit because I like the play on gloves
outside the box of it.
Yeah, and I like to play on gloves. Like she took baseball, softball gloves, which I thought was dope. I just wish she would have came out with a bat to really make the reference of it that much more, drive it home that much more.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Yeah, literally. But I don't think Anitra should have been the one that won. No. And when it came to that, but
that's why, like I've been saying it for weeks, they're setting Anitra up to win.
and you can tell that that she was more than likely going to win it because of the confessional that she had with Rue.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It was just like it was at that point, at that literal point, it was hers to lose. Even though I don't think, and quite frankly, looking at the performances altogether, they were all kind of like, there wasn't.
I think I would have probably given it to Sasha, if anything. Like at least hers was maybe a little different than who she is. Even though it's like,
I even felt like
kind of, but like.
I still feel like there was an opportunity for her to ham it up a little bit, like in that character of the husband or whatever. I felt like that was a little bit of a missed opportunity to ham it up even more. And I couldn't tell, like, was she supposed to be Tina Turner when she turned into when she became a drag queen? Because I couldn't really, I was trying to understand what was going on with the wig.
Yeah, the wig kind of threw me for a loop too. It did give me
it was a choice.
Yeah.
It was a choice, and I just didn't quite understand it, to be honest with you.
So has your order changed at all after that episode? Obviously, we're a week behind from when we record, but
no.
So you still have Mistress above Lux?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Mistress can. I'm sorry, Lux can turn a look. She's just for me lacking in personality. There's like she has like an entitled, just like an entitled
like young shit
personality.
Yes, it is that very young shit. Because she was like, let me set the record straight. I gave her the part,
like, girl,
and I was like, but you didn't even say all that. And Lucy was absolutely right. And Untucked, she was like, well, technically Lucy bowed out first, so Lucy technically gave it to you, ho. That's the real tea.
Yeah.
So
that's the only time that I felt Lucy was justified, because most times she'd be so mellow fucking dramatic about shit. I'm like, ugh. But that time I was like, no, Lucy actually said, no, you can have it first. So I agree. But the gag was, Lux was like, well, Sasha Colby, and she went down the whole line. That shit had me cracking up. I was like, that is so over the
top. Hilarious. That was hilarious.
Oh my god. So we'll see. We'll see after this next week, because like obviously, I guess we come out Monday. So this few days ago might be the last full episode of the season, because it's already top 5 now, so it'll be top 4. And I think they're doing the live of they're doing the filming of the final episode. I saw tickets go on sale. I think it's like April 1st or something like that. Mm-hmm. So then we know that following week will be the finale. So it'll be around our 4th anniversary thing. So perfect timing. But so yeah, we'll see. I still think they're setting Anitra up to win, even though I think it'd be dope to see Sasha win it. I feel like they feel Sasha is already such a lure in the community that they'll give it to Anitra because it could do her more good than Sasha, if that makes sense. That's where my gut is kind of feeling right now. Because even just like you can kind of start telling by this part of the season, just by the questions Rue is starting to ask them, and like just little mannerisms that Rue does that you're like, oh, okay, she likes this person.
Yeah.
And so I'm like,
she likes both of them. She likes both of them because
does.
even in the questions when she was talking about, you know, family and stuff like that with Sasha Colby, you know, and then when Sasha was like, yeah, so I'm playing the husband. She was like, wait, what? I'm like,
she's like, why are you doing that? But all right, well, community, hopefully you're staying safe out there. It's springtime. These allergies fucking me up. This cold fucking me up. Hopefully y'all ain't getting fucked up.
I'm fucked
anything
up.
else on your house?
If you are, make sure it's 4 times a night.
4 times a night.
Literally fucked ass up, okay?
And make sure you wash your hands and your legs and your ass and your balls and your dick and everything. Shit. If you're doing that, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye, y'all.